Welcome back to Becoming Unstoppable. Today, I want to open up a conversation about selling, but not in the way you've probably been taught. We've been conditioned to think selling is about creating perfect sales pages, hitting pain points, convincing people why they need us. But here's the truth. When you lead with aligned energy, your sales page becomes more than words. It becomes an invitation, and women who are meant for your work will feel it deep inside their soul. I used to hate the word sales. It used to drive me mad. When I first started in my business, it was something that I used to overthink, or I brought years worth of pain from my past when I was working in the bank around. I didn't like selling. It felt a little bit icky. And I brought all of those stories into selling with me. And even the word itself just brought this emotion with it that I just struggled to connect with. So when I first started in business, I really used to overthink my sales pages. I used to think that that was the way to get people to buy. It was all about tweaking the copy, stressing out about getting it right, thinking if it wasn't right, people were not going to get what I do. I was constantly worried that people who were doing it right, they were the ones who had the most amazing sales pages. They were the ones whose sales pages looked glossy and shiny and all the bells and whistles. And I was left wanting. I used to think that I don't know how to do that. So I was missing something. And I constantly craved more ways to learn, more ways to learn about selling, more ways to learn about how to make the perfect sales page. And I was missing a massive point. I was missing that it was all about energy. I used to look at sales pages when I was buying and I never read a thing. I would swipe down to go, does it feel right to me? And how much is it? And am I bought in? I am one of those, a total skim reader. And yet I was so stressed about getting this page perfect for everybody else. And once I started to take a step back and go, what is going on here? Why is my energy so different when it comes to sales? I was so energetically in tuned in everything I did in my business until it come to writing that damn sales page, and then I would freeze or go to mush. So the contrast I had to realize was I wasn't actually trying to sell anything. And that was a big shift for me. And I want you to just take a minute and let this sink in, because it'll be the same in your business, whether you're selling products, whether you're selling transformation, whether you're selling some form of digital services. It doesn't matter. You're not actually selling anything. You are inviting someone to buy. And someone explained it to me that sales is like going around at a conference with a tray of coffee. You're going around with the coffee pot and you're there to fill up people's cups. Someone will say, oh no, thank you, not now. Someone will say, yes, please fill it up. Someone else will say, come back in 10 minutes. All of those things are right, but you're not there to force the coffee onto them. You're just there to open up an invitation and let them take it when they need it and when they're ready and when it feels right for them. And this is exactly what selling is. It's about you having something open or having an offer out there or having a product out there and just allowing that invite to go out so that people know it's there. But also, that's what it is. It's an invite for someone to buy, or an invite for someone to expand, or an invite for someone to transform. You are not needing to push anything onto anyone. So now, when I write a sales page or an old world sales page, I'm not asking myself, how do I convince someone to buy? What I'm asking is, how do I extend the most powerful invitation to this transformation container? That changes everything for me. And I've actually changed the word. I do not write sales pages. I write invitations. I write invitations to the woman she is becoming. I write invitations to her. I don't sell. I'm not here to sell. I'm not here to push what I do. I'm here to offer you a container of expansion. And that is the huge change that has transformed everything. And I want to run through the points of this and why it matters so much in your business. But can you just feel the energy exchange from the difference of that? We are not selling anything. We are inviting. If you just adopted that one thing from this podcast, how different would your business be? If you stopped trying to convince and prove and tell everybody why they should work with you or why you should be the thing that they buy, and you just invited them to your space instead. You invited them to your artwork. You invited them to your jewelry. You invited them to your courses. Imagine how much that could transform your business. But let's dive in a little bit deeper and I'll show you why this is so powerful and such a big shift once you make it in your business. The main thing is everything is energy. And energy behind words matter more than the words themselves. If your energy is screaming, please buy from me, people feel it. If you are selling a product because you're trying to make money, that is okay. But what is the main purpose? The energy people feel is you're trying to make money. They don't feel the energy of what it is you're offering. Let go of that. Please buy from me. I hope people will buy from me. I hope this sells. That level of hope as well. Hope is an energetic bind to your business. You don't want to be hoping everything. You want to be in the knowing. You want to be in the knowing that people buy from you because people are buying into this invitation. If your energy is that sacred invitation to your next level, people feel that too. So if you are offering an expansion, you are offering this amazing piece of artwork, whatever it is, you are opening something up for someone. You are opening up an opportunity, whether it's an opportunity to invest in themselves, an opportunity to invest in a nice piece of artwork for their home, or an opportunity to invest in the most amazing piece of jewelry that's going to make them feel confident and powerful every time they wear it. It is always an invitation to that next level of them. That is what people feel. You want people to feel the shift. You want people to feel the up level. You want people to feel the energy so that it feels like a good transaction. If you're screaming, please buy from me, when people buy, they get that energy and they take it into your programs or they take it into the products that they buy. And sometimes I have that level of guilt over, should I have got this? It doesn't feel a good, clean energy exchange. Whereas when you're offering that sacred invitation, even if it feels like an expansive up level and it's an investment that they maybe are stretching into, it still feels positive to them because they are taking that step. You're not pushing anything on them. You are literally allowing them that expansion, allowing them that energy to stretch and rise and meet them where they're becoming, not necessarily just at who they are. And that energy is powerful. Secondly, it's not your sales page that sells. You do. It is all about you, your energy, your offering. Your page is a doorway, pure and simple. It's a doorway to connect with you. Your content, your voice, your leadership is what really builds the resonance. One thing here I would say is don't get so hung up on making everything perfect before you get it out there. Connect to your why. Connect with why you want to put this out there in the first place. Who are you trying to serve? If you're sat in a darkened room with ChatGPT trying to get everything perfect for weeks on end, and then by the time you finish, the energy's passed and actually you're not sure you want to serve in that way, you have missed the opportunity to up-level those women or up-level whoever it is you work with. So please don't go for perfect. Go for energy. Go for vibrancy. Go for what sparks you up because that is what sells, not the sales page itself. So perfection is always going to be your ego keeping you small and keeping you stuck and keeping this amazing opportunity that you were inviting people into within that darkened room. And that's what your ego wants. It wants you to stay in that dark place. It doesn't want you to stretch out into this amazing opportunity, because it's not only when other people are going to get the opportunity to grow, it's going to be when you get the opportunity to grow as well. So ditch the perfectionism, because the sales page is not the only thing that sells here. It is you. It is your energy, your resonance. Bring that to the table and bring it fast. Don't get hung up on details. The third thing to do, drop the convincing energy. It is always invitation versus convincing. Convincing feels heavy. It feels desperate. We do it all the time. We try and shoehorn our education into things. We try and say how we are credible. We try and make it like, this is why you need to work with me, because I am XYZ. It feels a little bit convincing. It feels like you're trying to prove something. It's old corporate energy seeping into your new intuitive business. And that is not what we're looking for. So please don't try and convince anyone. If you're going into your sales or your launch or your posts with that convincing energy rather than inviting, you can feel the difference. Even as I'm talking here, as I'm saying convincing, I'm leaning forward and my hands are pushing outwards. You can't see this because I'm on the podcast, obviously, but that energy just makes me sit, and it's like a pushing energy, pushing forward. As soon as I say invitation, I go backwards. My energy relaxes. It's like I open up. My hands suddenly open up, and see what the difference is for you. Say the word invitation versus convincing. See how it feels in your body. See how your body reacts to those two words. Imagine yourself thinking of convincing people to join your program versus inviting people to join your program. Do those two exercises and see how your body reacts, because that will give you a sign, and it'll give you a clue when you know you are slipping into convincing. As soon as you feel that energy shift, you'll know the difference. And that's when you go, right, I need to go back to inviting, because that's when I feel open. That's when I feel expansive. That's when I feel magnetic. And that's what people connect with. And as well, you call those people in. So those people are really fun to work with. When you are trying to convince with that desperate energy, you call desperate people in, people who want the next big thing that's going to save them, who want something to fix their business rather than put that energy into their business. So they are not necessarily the people that you're going to be looking to work with. You want the expansive energy, you want the open energy, you want the magnetic energy. So you've got to start with yourself, drop the convincing and start inviting. And lastly, the right woman already knows. Your job isn't to argue with someone's doubt. It's to hold the door wide open for them so the ones who are ready can step through. Now, I know we're taught to focus on pain points and really kind of have those sales conversations or back and forth in the DM so that you can make someone comfortable with their decision to purchase from you. Or you could speak to their husband to make sure it's okay. But really, what energy is that giving off? All you're doing is trying to convince someone in the end. You're working with their doubts. And if they're not ready to step through, then are you ready to take them on? Not everybody who shows an interest needs to be your ideal client. Sometimes it's okay to let them come to it themselves. And sometimes that might take years, but someone will follow you and they'll be ready when they're ready. But don't waste your energy, because your energy is your superpower. Don't waste that on feeding someone's doubts, trying to overcome them. Let yourself sit back in that energy, knowing that you know deep in your heart that this is the right thing for those people who are going to get it. Do not try and work with someone and just to get them in because they've showed an interest. Not everybody needs to be in your containers. Not everybody needs to buy from you. If somebody thinks you're expensive, let that go. It doesn't have to matter. Someone's doubts are their invitation for them to get over it and work through it themselves. You could be the great reflection for them. So if somebody does say you're too expensive for me, then say, That's brilliant. It's good that you know that. Maybe in the future, this is going to be for you. Take it as their lesson to learn, not yours, so that you can start really stepping your energy up for the right women who already know, or the right clients who already know. It doesn't have to be that you take on their doubts and think, oh, well, should I offer that? Should I offer this? Should I do that? Should I have done a lower ticket price? No, their doubts are exactly that. Their doubts. Show the mirror to them, show them where they're tripping themselves up, and then allow them to figure out whether it's right for them or not. Do not try and convince. Do not allow other people's doubts slip you into convincing mode. You know what you're offering. You know the power of things. You do not need to convince. So allow your energy to meet those right women. And by doing this, you let your doubts take a back seat as well. There might be little bits of you thinking, am I too expensive? Should I have offered a low ticket price? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? They are just that. They're just your little doubts that are coming through because you're about to step up into this whole new level of inviting. And just park them. Work through what needs to be worked through, but allow yourself to step into that woman who knows what she's offering. Because as long as you're in that space and in that energy, the right women already know. So this is something that I've been putting into practice lately, because what I'm launching at the moment is my new version of the mastermind. So the Unstoppable Success Mastermind USM is open. And what I've been doing is really shifting this energy from, I am not here to sell to people. I am opening a container for expansion and I want to invite people in. And I took these aspects into the sales page. And it really is an invitation from me in order for you to step into her, to become her. So when I was writing my sales page, like you would normally call them, I really shifted to that energy of I am writing an invitation. And I'm not just writing an invitation to the woman who's buying today. I'm writing an invitation to the woman that she's going to become. Thinking of this container and the step up that it is bringing and the woman that she is becoming during that expansion. That is who I started writing to as I was pouring out this sales page, as I was designing this sales page. I am writing to the woman that she is becoming at the end of it. I stopped writing to the person now, because what actually was happening as I was writing to her, I was convincing. Because in order to join a 12-month container, there is a big transformation going to take place. And during that transformation, I know the woman who's coming out the other side. That's part of what I do. I'm able to bridge you to her. But the woman you are now, the woman that's starting to feel into it, that knows that that energy there, still has those levels of doubts and worries and different things going on, but there's a deep knowing inside that knows that there's this woman screaming to get out. I could feed into the doubts and the pain points and all of the things, but actually what I really wanted to call forth was that woman, that part of her soul that knows, that energy that is trying to lead the way, but the other stuff is getting in the way. So that is how I shifted what I was writing. I started to pour this invitation to becoming her, the one who's walking out at the end of the 12 months, the one who knows deep in her soul that there's something bigger for her. So start to think about how you're writing. Who are you currently writing to? If you are writing transformation, are you currently writing it to the version of the woman who's reading it today, or the version she's becoming? Because that was a big shift for me. And now it feels more like a love letter to her. It feels like an energetic expansion container that's saying, I'm open. When you're ready, it's here. It doesn't feel that pressured, salesy vibe that I was told previously to put into these pages. It just feels like an invitation. And what this really does allow me to do is start to talk to her, start to allow all of my actions, all of my energy to align with that woman. This is exactly how I hold space within the Unstoppable Success Mastermind. It's not about pushing or forcing. It's about leading people from your highest frequency so that your sales, your clients, and everything flow with ease. It's not about doing heavy launches or convincing energy. It's about stepping into that woman, that version of you that already has that level of success. It's allowing that next level of wealth, freedom, and impact flow from her. She knows exactly what to do. She knows how to run your business. She knows who you are becoming. You can feel her inside. You connect with her on your confident days. You connect with her on those days where everything's clear, everything's working for you. That's that energy that's trying to pour through your business currently. And it's about allowing her to take the reins, allowing her to take over fully. And that's what the next 12 months could do. Really allow her to be unleashed and change everything. This energy has really been poured into what I'm doing, but also you can see from the way that I'm speaking, it pours into the way I talk about my program. It pours into the way I'm talking about my containers. It pours into what I do. And if you're feeling connected to this idea of stepping into her, then there is a link in the show notes. Go and explore it more. See if this feels right for the path that you're on, but see if this amazing container just connects with that part of you where you are becoming. And take this energy, read the sales page, read how I've worded things, read how it's speaking to her. This is not just a podcast that's then helping you to go, right, this is a nice idea. How do I do it? There's actually a sales page there. Go and read it. Go and read this invitation, because your sales page isn't just words on a screen. It's this energetic transmission. So make it an invitation, not a plea. Talk to the right woman. Make sure you're connecting with the right woman before you start to pour things into words. And make sure you're keeping your why at the front and foremost. I'm here to help people expand into her. What is it you're here to do? What is it you're here to bring to the people you work with? And allow yourself to bring that out of you rather than getting hooked into what's the perfect wording, what's the perfect way to get people hooked in, what's the way to make this sound like they can't resist it. All those slimy words that we've been taught to do, we can let them go. We can allow sales to become a new love language. We can allow our sales to become this beautiful invitation, energetic transmission that just allows women to connect in a better way. We don't have to do this bro club energy we were taught from the past. We're here to do business our way. We're here to become the unstoppable women of the future that is changing it and making an impact moving forward. So please, let this be a new way of doing things. Let this be a new way that wants to flow out of you. And just enjoy this process rather than making it something you have to do or something you feel like you're not good at. You are good at talking about what you do. You are good at selling that energy, pouring it out of you. Allow it now to open up. Allow it now to invite others in. This is the new way of doing sales, honey. This is not about being sleazy. It's not about this old way. This is about us rewriting the wheel on how we do sales. This is about us becoming the goddesses we were meant to be and helping others become theirs as well. And the only way we can do that is start exchanging this energy between each other. And that is investing in different things and investing in yourself. So please take this new way of doing sales. Let's drop the old way. Let's start inviting. Stop selling, start inviting, and start allowing this energy transmission to happen, because we are here to create this ripple effect across the world. It is going to be incredible. So please, if you are feeling this call, if you are feeling this rise, step into this energy and start inviting people to what it is you do. And if you've felt the call for USM, then I am excited to see you in there. I can't wait to see who you become as well over the next 12 months. But for now, have the best week. Enjoy inviting people to your world, because they're missing out if they're not in it. Catch you soon.